Good morning. Welcome to Workforce Skills with John Morris. Another day out here in Phoenix, Arizona. It's another week. It's a new day. Man, I'm excited to be at work today. It's funny. I was just talking to somebody the other day and they're like, oh man, I don't want to go to work. And I started thinking about this and it's like, I want to go to work. I get to go to work every day. Think about that. I guess there's two types of people. There's a type of people out there that dread going to work. They're always negative. Their glass is half empty. Mine's half full. I'm always on the positive. I'm always looking to the bright side. And thinking about this and the perspective that I see this is, I get to come to work. I get to do my job. I enjoy doing my job. I enjoy going to work. I live for this. Today's Wednesday morning, and in the last 2 days, I've worked 31 hours in 2 days so far. And today's Wednesday. By the time I leave today and go home, I'll work probably 40 hours this week in 3 days. I haven't had a day off in about 30 days. Me and my wife were talking about this on the ride into work this morning. I haven't had a day off in 30 days. Between teaching class, running a vocational program, running the business, I get zero time off. And you know what? It doesn't even faze me. Thinking about it, it's like, I don't know anything else. This is just what I do. I enjoy it. I love it. I love teaching. I love going to class. I love helping men and women coming out of incarceration and getting back to work and doing their thing and learning a new trade. It's exciting for me. This is what I enjoy. And I think when you can start looking at things and say, you know what? I got to wake up and go to work. I got to wake up and I'm going to the gym this morning. I want to go to the gym. How many people wake up? Oh man, I got to go to the gym again. I don't have that. I want to go. Yeah, there's days where after leg day, I'm dying. Oh man, this last one, I was dying for 3 days. We really had a workout. But even though that happened, each day I went to the gym, I wanted to be there. Now there are days where I'll walk in, I'll tell my trainer, man, I'm just not feeling it today. I want to be there, but I'm just not feeling it. And those are the best days to be there. Those are the days that you need to be there. There's days where I come to work and I think, I'm just not feeling it today. I feel like I'm going through the motions. And next thing you know, I get so much done. I needed to be there. And that's the success with someone that just keeps grinding, keeps pushing every single day. There is no option B. It's just, let's go, let's do it, let's get it done. A problem comes up. Okay, let's fix it. Let's think about this. How are we going to attack this? How are we going to make this happen at work with this problem? And you just jump in and you take care of it. You don't think about it. It's funny because I was talking with my senior project manager just this morning, and we were talking about how quick I have an answer for everything. And it's years of experience. It's years of doing this, and it's being confident and sure of myself and knowing the business that I'm in, knowing that the amount of years that I've been doing this, I've seen about everything. I love when I get a challenge. I love when something pops up that I haven't seen, and yes, I embrace failure. I embrace a problem and I want the problem. I want to learn from it. I want to grow from it because now I know how to deal with it next time. Or next time, that problem's not going to happen because we figured it out. We figured out how to change this, how to deal with this. So what are you thinking this morning as you're out there listening to this? And maybe you're at work listening to this podcast. Maybe you're driving in your car on the way to work or on your way home and thinking, man, today sucked. I had a bad day. And man, I wish I didn't have to go to work each day. And I wish I could have more days off. No, start changing your mindset. Man, I get to go to work. I get to go do this job. Whatever you're doing, it has to do, I'm hoping, something with changing lives. For us, we're painting places. We're putting color out there. We're changing. I mean, someone walks in, they look at a location of what we've painted, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a hotel, it doesn't matter what it is. And the thing that goes through that I see is, man, they're going to walk in here and I want them to, wow, this place looks gorgeous. This is a great paint job. It's funny. I go out to eat at a restaurant and I sit there and me and my wife are eating and I look around at the paint job. I can't go anywhere without looking at the paint job and I nitpick it. I critique it. And that's just what I do. How many other people out there do the exact same thing? Or they walk into a place and it's dirty, it's grungy, or it's the walls are scuffed up and needs a fresh coat of paint. I want to be the one to beautify that. I want to be the one to make a change. Whatever you're doing out there, hopefully your job is making a difference in somebody's life. Whether it's plumbing or electrical or framing or painting, or maybe you're just a greeter at Walmart. Just you greeting someone that morning or as they walk in, that might have been the uplift, the change that they needed. You are changing people's lives and you don't even know it. I think we take for granted that, oh man, I got to go to work. Yeah, I got to stand there. I got to greet all these people walking into Walmart. That's okay. You're making a change in people's lives. You're making a difference. And that's what we have to start to think differently, that I get to do this. I want to do this. I'm making a change in this world. I'm making a change in everything around me. I want to know that when I'm long gone, that I made this world a better place. I changed lives. I affected people. I want them to know that I cared about them and my intent was in the right place. And that's the change that we need. But I want to do it. I want to help people get better. I want to help people get back to work. You know, last night I was teaching class and we brought all the trades together in one classroom. Normally it's framing's in one group, culinary in this, painting over here, electrical, HVAC. They're all in their own little groups in their own classrooms, and there's a separate teacher for them. Last night we brought all the trades together. I literally had about 150 people in this room. I'm teaching class to 150 last night. And it was exciting, the energy in the air. And I brought some of my previous students that have graduated out of the program from 3 and 4 years ago to come in as testimonials to let these men and women know that you can do this, you can make it. And the energy was positive and it was going. And I'm getting goosebumps sitting here right now talking about it. It was so exciting just being in that moment, that atmosphere. And class started at 6:00 last night. I was at work at 4:30 in the morning. We had 2 hours in there. And I'm not burned out. It's just the energy I get from this. And you have to find what motivates you. What's going to motivate you to go to work every day? It's funny because I feel like I'm a motivating person. When I'm teaching class, I get people that come up to me, John, you should be a motivational speaker. No, I tell it like it is. I tell my stories. I tell what I'm going through. I talk about situations. I teach the class the way I think people want to be taught and the way it's going to best motivate them. I'm not going in there telling them I'm going to get you a job or I can show you how to get a job. I'm there to motivate you to get up, to want to go out and get a job, to get up because this is what I need. This is what I want. This is the direction I'm going. I'm changing my life right now and here, and this is a difference. I'm on a new track. That's what I'm trying to do. And so motivating these people, being in that atmosphere, it's really exciting. It's invigorating. It makes me want to do it more and more. And the way the vocational program is set up, I have 20 people in my class. There's 20 men and women in there that want to become painters, and we're teaching them. We teach the life skills on Monday and Tuesday, hands-on on Saturdays and Sundays, and I'm working Monday through Friday running my business. And I go to the gym Monday through Friday for an hour and a half each day. It never stops. That's what I do. It's unstoppable. Someone asked me, well, John, don't you get tired? Don't you get burned out? I don't know what that is. I don't know what burnout is because I've been doing this for so long. It just seems normal. It's natural. It's the want. It's the drive that you can't stop me. You can't motivate me because I am my biggest motivator to keep going, to keep grinding, to keep pushing. When you can hit a point to where you are your own motivation, that's beast mode. That's a whole nother level of energy. That's a whole nother level of energy that if you can find that within yourself, man, everything starts to change. And it's funny how I got some people even here working for me that they got the gym membership months ago and they haven't been in 2-3 weeks, or they go one day here and then they miss a couple days. And you gotta set up a routine. You got to find a way to motivate yourself, to keep yourself grinding, to keep yourself pushing. You can't stop. I can't stop myself. I don't know how to stop. Retirement's not my vocabulary. I just turned 57 a week and a half ago and I'm still going. I think I have more energy than when I did when I was in my early teens and early 20s. You know, I definitely don't go out and party all night, and I don't drink or do anything else. You know, I'm kind of a homebody, but I take that energy and I put it into work and teaching class and motivating people and helping people get on the right path. I love what I do. And when you can love what you do, when you enjoy it, it doesn't seem like work anymore. This is not a job for me. My job is just being me. It's not work. I don't even know how to, I'm trying to sit here and think about it to describe words because I kind of knew what I wanted to talk about today. But at the same time, I kind of had the idea. I don't know exactly how to put it in words other than I love what I do. I love coming to work every day. I love the drive in the morning with my wife. We got our dog in a car with us. He comes to the office and just doing what we do all day. That doesn't mean there's not going to be problems. We're having issues right now, and Lori, my wife's up front, and she's struggling with a few things, and it's trying to make things happen. She's been on the phone with the bank, with our accountant, with other things, and there's days where you're going to struggle. But at the same time, I love the struggles. I love the challenge. It's invigorating. It keeps pushing me. It means I'm growing. It means I'm learning. I'm getting better at everything I do. And every mistake, every problem is growth. And we have to look at it that way. You have to look at any problem in your life, that's growth. Yeah, it's terrible. It doesn't feel good at the time, and it's not enjoyable, and you wish it would be different. But wishing it would be different is knowing how to deal with it the next time it comes up. Because you're in that moment, you're going to learn from that situation, you're going to grow from that situation. And the next time that whole situation pops up, I remember the last time, here's what I did. Here's how I'm going to fix it this time. And maybe it goes a different way, but then you learn how to deal with that. Eventually, you know how to deal with every situation that pops up. It's funny because even some of my guys, it's like, I've got an answer for everything when we're having problems. You're like, man, it's like, what to say at the right time. No, it's just, I've done this for so long. I remember every problem I've had. I remember every success that I've had. And that's how I've grown. That's how I've continued to become better in my position, better in my job, a better instructor, better teacher, better employee. I look at myself as I'm an employee of PHP Commercial Painting. I'm an employee of my company. And I don't, yes, I'm an employer, but at the same time, I act more like an employee than I do an employer. And I think when an owner of a company can start acting like an employee, and an employee can start acting like an employer, like he owns a company, that's when everything changes in the company. And I think that's why I love coming to work so much, because we've created that environment here. And if you're not on board with us, with this way of thinking, the way we run the business, it's not going to work. It's just not. And I love it when we do a 9:00, what's your win? On video with the entire company, anybody that wants to pop on there, and we talk about what our win was from the day before. I love hearing some of the comments. I love being connected with all the employees out there. And there's some guys that they've been on a job site for months and I haven't seen them in a while, and it helps keep us connected. And it's enjoyable hearing, I love my job. I love coming to work. I get to come to work. I want to be here. That's exciting. And when you can get to that level, I promise you, you're going to enjoy coming to work. And yeah, I don't want to say it's not about the money, because everybody needs to make a living and we want to make more money. And what's surprising is the men and women out there, some of the comments I see, that the negative things, they're the ones saying, oh, I don't get paid enough. I don't do this. I promise you, when you start changing your attitude, when you start changing your way of thinking, it's rewiring what's upstairs. You have to, that mindset, you got to, sometimes I think we're broken upstairs and we got to rewire, we got to rethink things. But sometimes it's human nature that we're so damn stubborn that we think, oh, it's my way or the highway, or this is the way I think, this is the way it is. No, it's not always that. There has to be, you got to realize that there's other ways of doing things out there. And when you can start thinking about, well, maybe this would be a better way. Maybe if I had a little bit more positive attitude, things would change. I promise you, if you change your mindset and you start thinking, man, I get to come to work. I want to come to work. And you start improving on your work performance of what you're doing. You start showing up on time. You start showing up early and staying later. Boss asks you, hey, we need you to stay an extra hour. No problem, boss. I got this. Versus, oh man, no, I'm tired. I had a long weekend. I just want to go home and rest. You know what? When you start saying yes to all those, and yes, I'll stay extra. Yes, I get to go to work. Yes, I want to go to work. The money will change. All of a sudden, you're being noticed. Now you're being noticed for a raise. You're being noticed for maybe a promotion to the next position, because you are outperforming everybody else. And it's all to do with a mindset. It all has to do away with thinking. And I promise you, anybody out there that has a negative comment to what I just said, man, you better rethink what you're doing. You need to rethink how your job is and how you're reacting to situations. Because if you're reacting that way, I promise you, it's always going to be negative. Your glass is half empty. The others, they're half full. Those are the ones that are going to make it. Those are the ones that are being successful out there. They're the ones that are grinding every day, showing up. They don't complain about what they have to do. They jump in and just do it. I love when I walk on a job and it looks difficult. We got multiple colors. Maybe we're doing a fancy restaurant and we walk in and the guy's like, man, I don't know. How are we going to attack this? And it's like, well, let's just get in and start. Let's start here and see what happens. Let's not overthink this. Now, we do game plan for a lot of things and we have an idea of how we're going to do the jobs. But when you walk in a job and you're looking around thinking, oh man, this is too much. I don't know how we're going to do this. I don't know if I can get this done. You've already set yourself up for failure and you haven't even walked on or you haven't even started the work. So change that mindset, change it to something more positive. You know what? We got this. Let's do this. Yeah, it might be overwhelming or you might have a situation where it's a lot of work and you're not sure if it can be done. But it's if you start talking differently, if you start the cruiser, hey guys, let's get this. I don't know, John. I don't know if no, I know we can't. Come on, guys. Let's just grab our brush, our roller. Let's get in there and start painting. Let's make a difference on this job. Let's make this the one that we shine on. Let's make this the job that we are so proud of that we want to come back and bring our families to this restaurant and eat here because we painted this. That's the game changer. You know, we just painted a restaurant out in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it's a high-end restaurant. I think the company's out of Italy or Spain or something like that. And it's been a difficult job, but it's been an exciting job. Looking at the paint job and the way the decor is in there, and we did a specialty coating on this, and you know, the way it came out, I'm like, I want to go there and eat. I want to go check it out. I want to be able to take someone out to dinner there and sit there and say, yeah, we painted this. This is our work. I want to have that and be able to brag a little bit about that. When you can hit that level and you're excited to brag about something, that's everything. Not like, yeah, our company painted this, but this went wrong, or we had problems here, or the electrician screwed this up and put us behind schedule. No, I'm not going to bring up anything like that. I'm going to walk in and like, yes, we painted this. This place looks phenomenal. We had a great time doing this job. It's a wonderful place. Let's check out the food. Let's even give them a 5-star review just because we painted the place. That's the difference. It's just a mindset. It's half full, half empty. Which person are you going to be? How are you going to change your perspective? When you start to change your perspective in the fact that I get to, I want to, not that I have to or I need to. No, it's because you want to, because you get to. And that's the change. Start changing that. Start thinking about that over the next week, 2 weeks. If you're one of our subscribers and you're watching this and listening to this, I want you to take this serious for a minute. If there's ever been a podcast I want you to take serious, this is the one. This is the one that's going to make the change in your life. This is the one that's going to get you to that next level at work. But it's a mindset. And you can't go half in. You've got to go all in. You're half full. Remember, you're not half empty anymore. So you've got to go all in on this and you're going to make the change. Everything you do over the next week to 2 weeks has to be, I want to do this, I get to do this, and do it to the best of your ability. Quit complaining about things. Focus on the things that are positive. Focus on the good things. It's so easy to focus on the positive, but it's also really difficult to focus on the negative things. You got to think about it. You got to nitpick at things just to find bad things in a situation. Everything could go perfect. And then somebody negative walks in. Oh, and I'm sure you guys out there listening know who you've got somebody you can think of. And I'm sure you're picturing their face, their name in your head right now as I'm talking about this. Oh yeah, I know someone that everything that comes out of their mouth is negative. That they could find a cure for cancer and they'll find a problem with it. That's how ridiculous they are sometimes. Don't be that person. Be the person that's excited to be there. Be the person that makes the change in the room. Be the positive one in the room. If you can start being that positive in a room and you have negative people around you, watch the atmosphere change. They're going to want to be like you. They're going to want to hang around you. No one wants to hang around people complaining, living in misery, always unhappy with everything. I don't want to be around those people. They're depressing. I want to be around people that are motivating, uplifting, and I want to level up my game. If you're trying to level up in the company you're at or where you're at, Stop hanging around the same people. You're not going anywhere. Hang around the people that are leveling up. Look at them. What are they doing different that you're not doing? How can you follow in their footsteps? How can you be successful by just following the right people? If you want to become a business owner, hang around business owners. If you want to get the next level, hang around those people. That's what's going to make the difference. You know, if there's anything I can leave with you this week on this is start getting the mindset that I get to go to work. I want to go to work. I want to go to the gym. I get to go to the gym. Not, oh, I have to. Get that verbiage, get that mindset out. Start rewiring what's upstairs and get that mindset on the right path. Once you start doing that, I promise you everything will change. It's funny how I keep showing up and I keep doing what I do. It's not work anymore. It's fun. I love coming to work every day. I love working the hours I do. I also enjoy my downtime. I enjoy sitting at home, doing nothing, vegging out, binge watching a series or something, or smoking some meat on the smoker and just hanging out with my wife and dog. I mean, I love that. You know, I love going grocery shopping with my wife on the weekend. It's been forever since I went and played a round of golf. I would love to go do that when I have time, but it'll happen. In the meantime, I just keep moving forward. I keep grinding. Be like the shark and keep swimming forward. Once again, guys, I want to thank you for joining me. Stay hungry.